raised under East German communism, and her life has been lived as a result of the Nazis and everything that happened in Germany. And Trump refused to shake her hand. One of our, if not our greatest ally in the European Union.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was weird.
Did he give her a hug?
Did he shake her hand at the beginning of the meeting maybe? But I saw the video where basically the press is trying to say, shake each other's hands. They're trying to get a photo. And then she says, should we shake hands? And he doesn't reply.
Her.
Yeah. And he's just sitting there. I read an article about, because I honestly, I don't know much about her, but obviously she survived. She's been in power like 11 years. But what she does, she really researches her opponents. And so presumably she had, learned quite a bit about Trump, read a lot of things about it. Actually, she read the Playboy had an article about him, and so she read that and stuff.
I can't wait for Playboy to run the "What kind of man reads Playboy" ad with a picture of Angela Merkel.
And you see how she has a great relationship with Bush, great relationship with Obama, and he's sitting there like a lost kid.
Yeah, and he made a joke about Obama having listened in on her phone conversations, and I was like,
he said something about, well, we have a lot in common.
Right. And meanwhile, it's like, well, one, you're revealing something that I don't know if we ever admitted to it.
No.
But generally,
I think we did.
You're supposed to think you're on the same team. You don't, in other words, Obama did not trash Bush in meeting with world leaders.
No.
The other thing is she learned about him, and then he said that the U.S. has these bad trade deals with Germany, which shows you how much he's learned because, and this is something I'll admit I hadn't really thought it out, but we have 0 trade deals with Germany because they're part of the EU and we only make trade deals with the EU. So what he's saying is complete and utter bullshit. It's not based in reality.
Which, of course, means his followers are going to eat it up and believe every
and justify
word of
it. Justify it all. And it's disgusting. It's a pathetic presidency from start to finish.
I can't wait for the post-Trump presidency book to come out. Suggested title, The Cock-Blocking of Progress.
Yeah. Yes. And this was on Friday, of course, which was also St. Patrick's Day. So, of course, he met with the Taoiseach, or leader of Ireland, Enda Kenny. And a couple of things on that. I got to briefly meet Enda Kenny when I was in Ireland in 2011.
They'll just let anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very weird. I shook his hands. We took a photo together. And for me, it's like, I'm meeting a world leader. I kind of knew that he was there. Well, I knew that somebody big was at the National Archives. And sure enough, I was like, well, there's only one big win in Ireland, And
not the Lucky Charms guy?
No.
Wow.
So
I'm learning.
I told some Irish people, but he's very even though he's still in power, 6 years later, he's still very unpopular in Ireland. And it was basically like, you going off and telling your friends, I just met George Bush. Like, no one's, going to be that excited, right?
Although I'm sure someone would say, oh, the painter?
Yeah. So he met with Trump. And in Ireland, I think it's viewed as another time, or why is he even meeting with this guy?
There was a petition signed for people by the Irish people trying to prevent the meeting.
Now, at least he did try to stick it to him speech-wise, because in his speech, Enda Kenny's standing right next to Trump, kept emphasizing that, first off, St. Patrick is not from Ireland. He's an immigrant to Ireland. And then, of course, all the Irish that came here were immigrants.
Right.
And trying to make that point very clear that we need immigrants. And
See, all right, but here's the thing. It's not a small story, but something that broke this morning. The G20 ended their meetings today without the usual agreement to avoid protectionism because of Donald Trump. So the G20 has, I think for the first time, refused to come to an agreement to support free trade. We're seeing all these politicians who get in their subtle jabs and try and we're going to meet with Trump, but we got a couple zingers, good to go. It's not enough. It's when is you talk about leading from behind with this G20 decision. This is America dragging the rest of the world down, which is horrible. But what is it going to take? Who do any opinions on who is going to be the global leader that's going to step up and say, you know what, fuck this guy.
I guess their agreements have to be by consensus, so they're fucked. And the only way out of this is a Democratic president in 2020.
Well, or, Tymon said earlier in the show that, Trump is our first reality show president. The Catch Me Outside, how about that, girl? She's 13 now. So in 22 years, she will be eligible to run.
Also, I'll tell you what's so crazy, and the reason why a guy like Trump can be president, and this is looking at our society. I was talking to a guy at my cigar lounge, and he wrote a book, How to Be a Great Democrat. He sold 70,000 copies. When you open the book, all the pages are empty.
I heard of this book. My joke about it was,
I actually talked to the guy who wrote it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and he's sitting there, he's laughing. He paid for his wedding.
Wow.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, my joke was that Republicans still need help reading it. Yeah, wow, that's amazing, and congrats to him. Is he a Republican?
He probably is. I don't know. He just told it the book, and his buddy was sitting there patting him on the back, and one of the guys.
By the way, there might be a lot of assholes at your cigar club.
Yeah. Oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, but the if you came there, I guarantee you how many debates you will get into.
Yeah.
The
problem is the cigar smoke.
I was going to say the problem is that there are laws against putting your cigar out in someone else's eye.
Right.
Yeah, good coffee, soda, all that, everything the only thing you have to deal with is, like I said, it's the cigar smoke. But
all right, first debate: cigar smoke sucks.
Yeah.
Cigar smokers.
Yeah. So but you would. You walk out of there with we've had some guys, walk around with their fist clenched, and they used to tell them, dude, do not discuss politics. They tell them. Because some guys, especially when everything was going on. And they put some of the debates up, and you had guys that were thoroughly getting pissed. Yeah, they wanted to see sports. They said, man, put the sports up.
Yeah.
I'd rather to sit and debate about baseball and soccer than put up those motherfuckers. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're dealing with age, too, because a lot of the guys are older.
Yeah,
you're dealing with that whole thing, and then you got
older, whiter.
Yeah, older, Jewish. You got the brothers over in the corner, doing their thing.
Why the brothers got to be in the corner?
Because they love it that way. They call it the black section. They did it. See, that's what I'm saying. Hey, this is the black section. So, see, there you go. You guys are starting shit already.
Well, you would think, at least go, as long as you're doing high school, junior high school, lunchroom politics, don't call it the black section. Call it the cool table.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure someone would step up and go, "Hey, none of us smoke cools." What kind of racist bullshit is that?
Right. I mean, and then you got to sit there and listen to everybody try to outdo each other. You got the one brother wearing all the different, every label there is, trying to impress, when he's sitting next to a guy, who's worth $200 million, and he's not saying a thing. You wouldn't even know it.
Where is this cigar club? I'm gonna go fucking kick it over.
Come on by. I'm going by there later on.
Actually, bringing up sort of a local issue. Just my ignorance, I figure as a cigar smoker, you probably know this, but the tobacco tax that Californians unjustly voted for back in November is going to kick in at the beginning of April.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, did you say unjustly?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, screw you, buddy. But I know the price of cigarettes is pretty much going to practically double here in the state of California. is what's going to happen to the price of cigars.
They haven't talked about it yet. I mean, it might go up. They haven't talked about it. I haven't heard anything about it. They are, I'm sure, cigar shop owners are going to be pissed. They'll find a way, some kind of a way to get around it, because that place is a haven. I should say a man cave for folks to go. I mean, they open at 10 o'clock, and guys are there to sit and converse and talk shop. I mean, whether they smoke, you got guys that go in there don't even smoke anymore. They just go for the camaraderie. They just want to, and most of them go to get away from their wives, pretty much. That's what they told me. Why are you here? Just to get the fuck away from my wife. And she knows where I'm at.
Love.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful times.
Are there any topics we haven't hit? I think we've got them all.
Oh, I was going to say, though, if you wanted to add this in here, controversial child sex dolls floated as a treatment to pedophiles. So they're going to be pushing in to help pedophiles deal with their issues. They want to bring in sex dolls, and that will help them through their...
Holy crap.
Yeah, so that will be a way to help. If you wanted another topic. That's
wow.
Where is this happening?
This is going to happen here. They said, the Scandinavian experts are urging the use of childlike sex dolls to stop pedophiles from abusing real-life children.
I think it's a great idea, provided that each orifice in the sex doll is fitted with a rat trap. And as soon as you put anything into that doll, it's coming off. I think that is the perfect way to treat child rapists.
Yeah. Seems only fair. Fair. Oy, that's
it's a modest proposal, but I think it could work.
Yeah.
Those Scandinavians really come with good ideas, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, I am for anything that works.
Nice.
But I'm not sure, where the science is on that.
Wow. Can't they just channel their issues into watching midget porn or something?
There you go.
There you go.
So, close your eyes. They're about the right size.
The life and times of living in our society. Yes, it is. Yes.
Frightening.
I'm just having... anyway. I'm having horrible thoughts of like, what people are doing, and it's like, gosh, I'm going to have to go think about that Holocaust documentary.
Just to clear your mind.
Yeah, it's just the worst. Oy. By the way, let me just say this. The world is terrible and is filled with terrible people.
They did say man. Most people say, well, how did we get here? Well, man is actually just bad. He's ruthless. I mean, he does things
so
that...
often.
Well, it used to be, and God, I'm going to sound like a grumpy old bitch now, but used to be that and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is the Jewish perspective, but Christianity was all about trying to perfect yourself by being more Christ-like.
That
was the example of Christ. That was the con that was in.
That was 2 weeks in 33 AD, and then it became something completely different.
And then the white man got a hold of it.
Yes, he did.
But yeah, it just to me the idea of being a human in this world in which we live is to spend as much of your energy as you can trying to overcome your humanity.
Right.
Yes, we are human, but we have the capacity to be better.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
And
that's the good life.
Yeah.
The good life is trying to overcome that.
The con is that I want you to join the group and whatever the group is doing. I do not want you to think as an individual. And I want you to, because remember, everything starts with you, but I don't want you to actually think about yourself. In a way.
Well, no. Think about me and the self-help book that I wrote that will solve it may not solve all of your problems, but if you buy enough copies, it'll solve a lot of my problems.
Right.
And really, that's what it's all about. For every American, having someone else solve our problems in a way that we deem acceptable.
That's why someone could sell you a pet rock. Yes, that's what.
That is true. A rock in a box with a little bit of straw.
With instructions.
Well, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, with
you
instructions.
Gotta walk 'em.
You don't want to mistreat
And he just
your
passed
rock.
away. What? It's been 4 years since he passed.
The guy who invented the
he passed away. biggest con in the world. He showed you.
Well, speaking of things that will make your life better.